Here's your heads up to this 5-minute quickie. It's all based around that very sweet concept of you're unique, but we're going to take it into something that makes a difference to the world. Have a listen.
Warning.
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 Warning. You are entering into the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. Too late. Personal Development Unplugged.
Hey, how you going today? How are you going? It's Paul here, Personal Development Unplugged, and I'm going to say some real sweet talk to you. And it's all about you're special. In fact, there's no one else like you. And that may seem a little crass, I don't know, whatever. But it's true, isn't it? Because there is no one else like you. I'm going to go somewhere with this as well. But I want you to celebrate that you are unique. And if you think about it, because I did think about this, if you go through all the years that both man, women, woman, has existed on this little old planet of ours, there has been no one quite like you, or there hasn't been anyone quite like you. And if you go to the future, and however long our future is on this little old planet, there will never be anyone quite like you. And to me, I think that's bloody awesome. You know, I always say to my clients, you're unique. And they really, but you are. When we think about it, you're unique. And that's why I think, and I've called this 5-minute quickie, your superpower. Because you have superpowers, and we've played the music and I'll play it now. But, you are unique with your own very special superpowers. Yet those superpowers do not have to be huge. You see, to me, everyone is a uniquely ordinary person. Yet as we look through the past, even now, there are some people doing some extraordinary things. Yet they're no different to you and I. We've said this before, and sometimes I think, it's easy to say, old Cluffy, and even when I look at people, I go, oh, you're doing extraordinary things, but you're only an ordinary person. I don't like the word ordinary. We're going to change that. You're only you doing extraordinary things. You've developed your muscles, your brain, the things that you do. And you're doing things that are unique to you. Yet the thing is, we see these people in the news, we see these people in YouTube, the way they talk to us in podcasts and things, and we go, they are so unique, and so are you. But the thing is, they're really literally a handful of people in the bucket full of people in this world. Because there's billions of unrecorded acts of just real wonder, extraordinary things. People contributing in their own special way. And it doesn't have to be big things. It's just contribution, isn't it? And I just wanted to remind you in some ways that if you haven't done it already, it is your turn. Your turn just to remember that you are unique and you have a superpower. All you have to do is find it. David Goggins said, be uncommon within uncommon people. Whoa, I thought that is awesome. Be uncommon within uncommon people, because that makes you extraordinary. And you can do it quite so easily. And the guy Jim Quick I've been talking about, love him to bits, what he talks about. He says, your difference is your superpower. And because you're unique, you're different to everyone else, then you obviously have a superpower. And again, let's go back into the past. Think about these inverted air quotes or whatever. These great people, all people we hear about, all great people, they all seem to have one thing in common, that they've served other people, served others in some way, some special way. And I guess a lot of that, if not all of it, is selfless service. Yeah, some people get paid richly, but they still give selfless service. They don't need to, but they do. Even if it's sharing of riches, but making a difference. But they're the ones, this handful of people that we think and talk about and are reminded of. But I said before, there's a billion others, billions of other people who have done this too, that have been unrecorded, that are doing selfless service. And that makes it open to all of us to make a difference, because there's no measure on this at all. No measure on how big a thing you have to do, there's just no measure of it. Because the whole point, I think, is the smaller you go sometimes, the more subtle the change can be. I mean, if you think about it, if you could just affect one person by giving them selfless service, by just helping them, doing something for one person, boom, awesome. How easy would that be? Yeah, Paul, that would be pretty easy, you know that. What would happen if you decided to use your superpower, whatever that is, to help one person every day? Boom, boom, boom. The ripples of that would go so far, wouldn't it? And you're only helping people with your superpower. So maybe it is, just encouraging somebody, saying thank you to somebody, to give them encouragement, showing them the way, just helping somebody in some way, selfless service, being that example. What would happen? We've all heard the term pay it forward. I help you, you help two people, those two people help two people each, which is 4, and then it goes on to 8, to 16, to 32, and it goes 64, 128, and goes on and on. It doesn't take long before that ripple goes so far and wide. Boom. And now you add time to that, because we could just do that, but you add time to that by doing it every day. And it doesn't have to be big for that ripple, that little butterfly flapping at the other side of the world, creating a storm of positive change. So, thinking about that, nothing is too small not to bother with. And there's a massive, massive byproduct of this. When you do this selfless service and you're not recognized for it, doesn't matter, because this byproduct is you get to feel good. In fact, you get to feel great, and no one can take that away from you. And the more you do this, you develop that superpower without knowing it. And when you develop that superpower, which is unique to you, I believe we're back to our calling that we've been talking about before. And it all started by doing one thing for maybe one person. This is going to lead to a lot more pods, I think. We'll go deeper into this and how we can do stuff. And I think it's, if we can do something for ourselves, feeling good, for other people, to help them, and it helps the planet, we're on our way to making change. And everything negative in this world will actually begin to change by the example that we set and the selfless service that we do. And we become rich in the repayment of that, rich in every sense of the word. So I wonder, first of all, 2 things. That's what I'm wondering. One is, what could you do today to do that one thing? And the second thing is, if you did know, I wonder what your superpower would be. Or I wonder what your superpower is if it came out and showed you. Your unconscious mind said, here's what you do so well. Let's share it with the world. I think that's just something just to think about for a little while. Because when you ask right questions, you get some damn bloody good answers. So I wonder what your superpower is and how it would come out and express itself to the world. I wonder. Anyway, that's enough for me. And just realize, again, you have superpowers. You're very special. You're unique. And the other thing we always say is, whatever you think you are, you're more than that as well. So, let's go fly and use our superpowers. Until next time, See you later. Bye now. Hey, I just want to take 90 seconds of your time to talk about feedback. Why is it so important to us, the podcast? Well, it's my way of really finding out what you want and allowing you to set the direction of these podcasts, to give that feedback, that interaction, to understand what your needs are, what type of processes you'd like to have talked about and given, and allow me to work on with those hypnosis tracks. It's all about being part of this community of sharing. How does it happen? Well, all you do is email me, and that email will come direct to me. It'll make me think of what you want and more. And they'll all be confidential, by the way. Everything is confidential, but it gives me a great insight to your needs and the things that I can explore with you. How do you do it? It's so simple. All you do is email me at feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. That's simple. feedback@personaldevelopmentunplugged.com. And just think, if you're worried about sharing, and I know we talk about sharing, those emails stay where they are. They don't move at all. What happens is I want to share your thoughts and share my thoughts together so we can really just get down to enjoying the world that we want to live in and make a difference. There you go, 90 seconds.
Warning, you are now leaving the unplugged mind of Paul Clough. It's time to fly on your own. Be brave, my friend.
Personal Development Unplugged.